This episode of the Accounting Insiders podcast is brought to you in part by Xero. Xero is a powerful cloud accounting software that improves efficiencies across your practice. With all client data stored on a single unified ledger, you and your clients can easily access and collaborate on the same set of books. Xero's advisor tools and automation solutions reduce time-consuming manual tasks and put data entry on autopilot. Work faster and more efficiently than ever before with Xero. Visit xero.com/accounting insiders to learn more.
Hey, it's Gary DeHart with Insightful Accountant. I am here at Scaling New Heights with Kathy Grosskurth. Kathy, thanks for joining me for a couple of minutes just to talk about you, your business, and just see if you can share some information. What's the name of your company?
It's Bookkeeping Clean and Simple.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, three quick questions. One, what would you say has been the most impactful action that you've taken in the past, we'll say 5 years for your business?
All right. Well, what started off getting me into the Woodard Groups was coming to Scaling New Heights, and from there I decided to join Woodard and become a group leader. So I started out with the West Metro Atlanta group, which is now a nationwide group, because during the pandemic we ended up having to have somewhere to meet because we weren't meeting in person. And so in the last 2 or 3 years specifically, a lot of us kind of bonded through that experience.
Okay, and so what is that? What is Woodard Group?
Okay, well, they're going to be changing the format of that somewhat, but the Woodard Groups are basically like local groups that kind of come out of the Woodard organization, which puts on scalings. So they basically provide a means for local people to connect throughout the year. Okay. And they offer educational content as well as a means to network, and it's just a way to meet some people in your area that you can either collaborate with, or if you don't do something that they do, then it's just really that synergistic.
Right. And I've said this multiple times kind of over the past couple of days. I think with our profession is made up of so many small practitioners, right? Mm-hmm. It's hard to have a network of people. So that's great that the Woodard Groups or other groups that are out there provide you that opportunity to network with people, mm-hmm. to look for people you can pass business off to, or other support structure. Right. That's fantastic. All right. So now what about looking back? You said you started your business 2012.
Yeah, I had actually been doing work before that, but I kind of put my efforts into it, being really intentional about it back in 2012.
All right. So what would you tell the 2012 Kathy that, what have you learned in the past 11 years that you would want 2012 Kathy to know?
Well, what I would say to you out there, if you're looking to get started in this field, is not to be so timid. I mean, a lot of times people say you've got a plan, but just go for it. And of course you may want to get training at some point, but if you just know that you want to do it, then just go ahead and get started.
Yeah, so just jump in.
Jump in. Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of what stops people, right? It's like, it's got to be perfect.
Right.
Nothing will ever be perfect.
That's right.
And so you get it as close to perfect, or at least close and comfortable, and go and try it, because it's hard to straddle. Mm-hmm. It's hard to do 2 or 3 different things. You dive in, you can make it work, right?
Right.
And I mean, a business plan makes sense, right? At least something that's written out on a napkin that says, here's who we are, here's what we're going to do, here's our core market, how we're going to earn revenue. But until you start taking action, nothing's going to happen.
That's right. That's right.
So, all right. So you're tweaking your business now, right? From being, I don't know if you're 100%, client accounting services or client focused, but you're leaning more into training.
Right.
And why is that?
Right. Well, I had actually been doing training all along, but I've also had some bookkeeping clients that I work with, and I'll continue to work with some of those. Okay. But training is kind of one of my passions. I love it when people get that light bulb moment in their head, and I just love helping people learn the software, because I feel like if I get them set up in the basics of the software, using it appropriately, then that's going to set them up for success in the beginning. Less opportunity to mess up their books, and hopefully sooner to get on the right track.
Right. All right. So good advice. Jump in. And I don't think you said this, but you can tell it and just in your conversation, just find something that you enjoy and something that you thrive in doing,
Right.
and that's the training side for you,
absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
And so that's great. Spend your time doing that. It's not my saying, but do something you love. You never work a day in your life.
Exactly.
Right. So that's great. Well, thanks for taking a couple of minutes.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I appreciate being on here.
Absolutely.
All right,
Thanks.
thanks.